Phanton Nightmare has brought back Yubel with a whole new fusion form and a bunch of support to make her better than ever. I cannot pretend that I'm not very excited to crack open as many boxes as I can and look at all the shiny new cards that we get. Yubel is back and ready to cause chaos alongside meta contenders like the new Snake Eyes Poplar and Voiceless Voice Ritual archetype. While all these cards are of various levels of meta viability, they brought in some really cool playstyles, such as manipulating cards into the spell trap zone, summoning them out, trapping your opponent's cards in, and the new Dark Souls-inspired Ashen archetype that looks beautiful despite needing a little bit more support to get where it's going. Last week, we gave away a bunch of packs along with the classic original Yubel that went to lucky viewer Romay. This week, I'm giving away her upgraded form, Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. Now that Phantom Nightmare is actually here in the cardboard, let's crack this box open and see what we get.
Here we go. Let's open Phantom Nightmare. I'll talk through the first pack and then I will zoom until we find interesting things. Prince Pug supports the new Gate Guardian stuff, Memento Gatic, so that adds mementos back from grave to hand, a new White Aura Synchro Fish monster, which can revive itself from the graveyard as a tuner and supports the Fish Synchro strategy. New Raid Raptors in the deck are going to be really exciting because they add a lot of support in search and evolving up, and this is Carnot, the Eternal Machine, a new generic monster. It cannot be normal summoned or set. It must first be special summoned from your hand or graveyard during a duel where your opponent has used a monster effect in their hand or graveyard. So any hand trap at any point in the game will unlock this for use. And then if your opponent activates a monster effect during the damage step, you can make this card gain 1,000 attack. It doesn't negate it though. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle it back into the deck. So it's free summon, big old body.
While a lot of the most expensive and awesome cards are locked to archetypes, this set there are still some non-archetypal cards to look out for. The Black Goat Laughs is going to be very good in Labyrinth. Promethean Princess is going to be good in every single fire deck, maybe forever until she gets hit. She can revive herself from the graveyard indefinitely. Iron Thunder's a new version of Solemn Judgment, and Metamorphosis is a fun callback to the classic Metamorphosis if you're an old school Yu-Gi-Oh player. All of these cards, vary in how expensive they are, but they all are interesting to look at.
Priestess of the Ashen City, a lovely new card from the Dark Soul inspired Ashen deck, which revolves summoning a big enemy monster to the opponent's side of the field and then fighting it with monsters from your deck.
Yeah, I'm praying that the Ashen deck gets a lot more support, but with these TCG exclusives, they either become the best deck of the season or they will be forgotten entirely.
Iron Thunder, the new Solemn Judgment equivalent. Pay half your life points to negate a spell, trap, or monster effect, then blow up everything in the same column as the thing you negated and destroyed.
Outside of the quarter century rares, you really want to be getting Snake Eyes Poplar to get your money back on a box. It's an insane card, and it's a real shame that getting the Poplar alone here isn't enough because you need to have got the Bonfires from the Maze of Millennia pack, which is also a very expensive card. There's a reason why this deck is breaking people's hearts right now in terms of the price of entry.
And a secret rare Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. It's a rotor for the Goblin archetype. It's actually the second one of these I've pulled, so maybe I'll actually bother to build Goblin.
I'm in love with all the goblins. They look so cool. They have fun, simple effects. They're a little bit simple, I think, for the current metagame in terms of where they're going against Diabell Star Snake Eyes, but I think they have a lot of potential as a solid rank 3 and rank 6 engine. They can use some cool stuff with the full armor cards that came out in the last couple of sets. I'm excited to see what they do.
Goblin Biker Dug Charger. This card's in your hand, detached to summon. Summoned, add a Goblin Biker spell trap.
Okay. Yubel seems like quite a casual, fun deck that you can try and play around with. It gets a lot better with the field spell and the new Grave Squirmer retrain that are not out yet. They will be in the packs coming in the future. You have quite a powerful combination with the Unchained archetype as well. It's been doing quite well in the OCG, and hopefully it translates over to the TCG.
And a Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames, one of the best links in the set for any fire deck. Can revive itself from the graveyard forever, isn't banished when it leaves field. It's just an insanely good card to have. Very pleased to pull my second one of these.
This really is the year of fire, with cards like Princess, Bonfire, Snake Eyes Poplar, Yubel Star's entire package supporting fire types so it's interesting to see how hard Konami are committing to this bit when you compare to their attempts to push water and wind with the duelist packs of past.
Our second secret is Magispector Orpheus New. 2 pendulum monsters, including a Magispector. When it's link summoned, you can add 2 Magispector pens from your extra deck to your hand, then target 2 Magispector pendulums with different names from your deck, and add them into your face-up extra deck. Cannot summon things except for Magispector or Draco Slayer monsters. Pretty good. Very good for the deck. Not very generic though, sadly.
As a big fan of Pendulum Pile, it's a real shame the Magispector stuff just doesn't fit in, but I'm sure they'll find their place moving forward. It's cool to see Konami support an archetype properly without giving them an accidental splashable staple.
Magispector Draco Ryu. Very fun art, although slightly archetypal specific. Sad that it's not a generic thing for the Pendulum Soup pile, but it's still very good in Magispector.
It's been a real fun experience opening these boxes and exciting to see what we get. I can't wait to start building and playing decks again. I've got 2 decks that I'm nearly finished and I'm excited to test them out at locals soon. But that's about all of the exciting pulls that we got today.
If you want to win packs, buy some, or get any of the singles that I've just pulled open today on the video, go and check out the Whatnot page. You can buy the singles anytime, or you can buy right from my live video, which will be next Sunday. You can bookmark it today so you don't miss it. If you're new to Whatnot and you sign up using my registration link, you can also get £10 of free credit to spend on the site that you can use whenever. You can use it on me, but you can use it anywhere else you like. But if you want to buy some Phantom Nightmare or some of the singles that we've pulled, that would be cool too.